Hi guys, Nothing to Prove here. Today's a beautiful day because any day one can be out on two wheels is a beautiful day, and I'm on the beautiful V85TT. There's three versions of this, the Strada, the TT, and the TT Travel. And yes, cheapest, middle, this one, and most expensive. Of course, the Travel has everything all decked out. So if you like everything, end up going with that. Don't settle for this. And then if you spec up or get all the accessories, then it's going to end up being a little more than just buying it all up front. So that's that. Now, how does this look against the competition? I had to figure out where I put this. I have these arranged by weight. So if you're going shopping in the middleweight adventure bike group, what is it that you're looking for? Well, these are arranged by weight, and you can see this is down towards the bottom of the list. But this is the only air-cooled and shaft drive in this group. Yeah. So if that's important to you, this character, this shaft drive, no chain maintenance, nothing, you know, this is your only option in this group, guys. Price-wise, Moto Guzzi's right in there, but also what I liked about this is, look at the fuel tank. 23 liters, 6 gallons, yeah. That's nailing it on the head, because when I'm out running around, I don't want to mess with filling up. It's having to stop unnecessarily. When I stop, I want to stop because, oh, this looks gorgeous here. Oh, we've made it to our destination. I don't want to worry about fuel all the time, and that's what Moto Guzzi thinks too. Take it easy. You're on a Guzzi. You only have to get gas every once in a while. That's what they say. But as far as power, yeah, here's where you got to remember it's air cooled, right there. And it's 850 cc's, so that's also something you got to consider. Now, the shopping list is just so that you guys can take a look at it and see what numbers you're looking for and what it is you want to dial into. But those are just numbers. How do those numbers, this engine and transmission, work together on the street? Nobody behind me. Let's just roll through the gears here. Okay. At a normal speed and see how this engine and transmission work together, shall we? Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, now I got to slow down for the corner. Oh, nice. 9.6. There we go. Wow. I'm liking this engine and transmission. This is not clunky anymore. There is no clunk. It's more like a Japanese close ratio cassette style transmission where it just click, 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 click. That's what this feels like now. Now, how did you do that, Moto Guzzi? I didn't read anything about you updating this transmission. It does not feel like the same transmission from last year. Well, I rode it when it first came out, what, 2020? I rode a 19 and a 20. And that's the last time I've been on one of these V85s. So maybe that's why I just don't remember, but I don't remember it being this smooth, clicky, not clunky. And I'm moving through here with this. Now let's blip down a gear or two. Yeah, nobody behind me. Before I start horsing around, I got to make sure there's no traffic. Okay, in this corner, I'll blip down at the apex and roll on. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, 2 thumbs up for this engine and transmission. Boom, boom. Preload and rebound adjustable manually, of course. 170 mils of travel. 320. Brembo monoblocks, yeah, nice. 4 pistons there. And as I scroll back here, look at this has changed too. Still 2 valves, but this is where they did the variable valve timing. They had to modify this here. Also, you will not see this on the Strada, this remote preload adjuster. I like that. You get that on the TT and the TT Travel. Coming back, of course, shaft drive. And look at this spring. That's funny. A 260 disc down here. with a 2-piston Brembo back there. Now, how is this brand new subframe and other chassis components? How do they feel on the street? All right, let's do the suspension on one of my favorite bumpy roads, and let's have this van get on his own side of the road and see how this road is. And wow, this thing is soaking up these bumps. I'm pleasantly surprised. I think I would bring back the rebound just a notch and maybe the preload a notch. Now I'm braking hard. Oh yeah. Oh, nice Brembo. Wow, Moto Guzzi. I've never complained about a Brembo on a Moto Guzzi before, and the pattern continues. I will not complain about that front brake. That is a great feel, great feedback, except it doesn't feel like a Brembo. It's grabbing sooner than a normal Brembo. I wonder if that's deliberate that Moto Guzzi did that, because this has a 6-axis IMU, which for the first time on this, because last year it didn't have one, and on the Strada doesn't have a 6-axis IMU, but does on the TT and the TT Travel. So maybe they've made an adjustment to where it doesn't. Now let me try the rear brake. Oh, that's okay. I understand it. I don't care for it that much. Why? Why, you might ask? It's kind of vague. Yeah, it's kind of vague. But I can tell, okay, there, I had to give it a lot of input before I could tell when it's going to lock up. But okay, a thumb and a half for the rear brake, but you know, you guys know me, I'm super critical of rear brakes, but the front brake is awesome. And this suspension is stiffer than last year's. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out why this suspension is, I don't want to say better, but stiffer. It feels more solid, secure, safer in a corner. Plus, I like that brrr. I'm loving that sound. Here, I'm going to leave it in fourth, bring it all the way down to $2,000, and let's just roll on. Ah, yeah. Loving that sound, Moto Guzzi. Oh, always a joy riding a Guzzi. Uh-oh, we got hikers. Okay. Looks like a school of some sort. But 2 thumbs up for this suspension and brakes. Boom, boom. Taking a look at this new subframe here. Take a look at that bad boy. It's solid cast aluminum. Now, if you have the Strada, this will be plastic here and it's structurally underneath. But this is set up, yeah, for the top box too. And so you see that on this. And the Travel TT, of course, but the Strada, no. Now, this high muffler here needs to be on the other side, but other than that, don't care. Like right now, my knee is hitting it. This seat, I do like how this comes up like this, and it is nice and comfy. Passenger, yeah. But all middleweight adventure bikes, this is not that big, so yeah. Now, this is 830 mils off the ground. You can get the optional low seat or high seat 20 mils in either direction. You're gonna pay for that though. 23 liters filled up. This is 230 kilos. How do these kilos feel in a little village? I can ride through these little villages all day long on this bike. I'm sitting upright, clear view straight away. Just boom, dip in here. Very little input needed to dip in and go. This is your, just like many of the other middleweight adventure bikes. You say, how does it compare? Well, the Yamaha takes a little more, it flops in, because but that's also a 21, so let's compare it to 19s. The Tiger 900 GT. This flows in, that will flop in. What about the 900 XR, which is a crossover? It's not really an adventure bike, but what about some of the other bikes? Well, let's see. This is on par with all of these bikes in this group, and it's towards the heavier end though, 230 kilos. So in town, everything works well, especially this front brake is awesome. Oh, and this new transmission. Well, Moto Guzzi say it's not new, but yeah, they've made changes to it, so I disagree with them. If you shift it like a normal person, then you'll say, oh, it's a Guzzi, but did you hear that click? It's not a clunk anymore. So that's what they've changed. That's what's fairly interesting. So in a little village, this thing is getting 2 thumbs way up. Boom, boom. This is a big change this year from the V85. Looks just like the Mandela, the Stelvio, etc. Same controls now over here and here as those bikes. Now let's open this, turn this bad boy on, and yeah, I always love that intro screen. That's hilarious if you ask me. Now you can change your sport modes by flipping the, here watch, you see how I'm flipping there, the cruise control, it's rotating between. Now if you have the Mandela or Stelvio, it's this, yeah. Why? I don't know, Moto Guzzi was just looking for other levers or things to do it on, I guess. I don't know why they're changing. But this screen is the same as on those other bikes also. 5-inch, liking it. This 5-inch TFT, that is readable even with my bad eyes. I need reading glasses and I can see everything just fine. That's often what I struggle with when I go down to 5-inch TFTs is what I can read and what I can't. And it's usually about a 50-50. This is 50 in the good direction. I can see everything. All right, guys, overall impressions of this bike. Is it improved, especially with this variable valve timing that they did change this year and slicker transmission? Yes, better, more refined. And this low down torque at 2 grand as you're, like if you're turning right or something and it's a yield and it's a 90 degree, and then you just decide to leave it in second gear and it just rolls and it comes on. There you notice it from 2 to 4 grand, it just, these variable valve timings works. I didn't think it would matter that much, but it did. Because you got to remember, this is what, 80 Newton meters of torque, something like that. So it's not a lot to play with. So if you give it to me sooner, beautiful, and Guzzi does. Other refinements, is the windshield reducing the amount of wind on the helmet by 30%, according to Moto Guzzi. Yeah, when it's in the up position. They did work on the aerodynamics of that. That is an improvement, and I can just do it like this. Gorgeous. Anytime you can do it like that without a tool, pay attention, Suzuki or Honda, or a lot of the Japanese, you need a tool to adjust it. All right, overall, you say if I have the previous model, previous year, trade up? No, keep the old one. If you still like that, it's not worth it. But if you've been on the edge of, do I get one or not? This would push me over that edge to get this right now. Although this middleweight adventure bikes are not my thing. I prefer the heavyweights if I'm going to get an adventure bike, like I do own a 1300 GS. If I were to buy a middleweight adventure bike, it would be the 900 Tiger. But I would take that over this, believe it or not. I can tell by the wind protection, Tiger's just a hair more, but this is getting there. But if you're looking for shaft drive and air cooled, this is the cat's meow. This is a little niche bike, a lot of charisma or characteristics, character, you know, and it makes you feel good after riding it, and just says, sit back and relax and let me take you where you want to go. Now, we're not going to get in a hurry as fast as, say, the Tiger. Yeah, it's not going to go as fast as the Tiger in a corner, but it'll still get you there. Brakes, awesome. Yeah, shaft drive, awesome. So recommend buy with the caveats if you want to be different, and the sound of this, awesome. So if those things are your parameters, yes, 2 thumbs up, buy. But if you're looking for a better performing middleweight adventure bike, look somewhere else. Then don't look at any Guzzis, for that matter. Look somewhere else. But soul, character, charisma, this be the cat's meow in the middleweight adventure guys, group guys. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I've earned your subscription. As always guys, ride safe and ride like there's nothing to prove. Take care. Cheers.